Saturday morning, walking along the Sentry Bluff Trail, I believe it's called. That's the way I'm going. Just a lovely walk in the woods so far. Came from basically up there where the campsites are, a little ways back up the trail there. And see what this trail has to offer. Closer to the creek. It's been pretty much a downhill from the get-go. Lovely walk in the woods. More views. And if you got the guts, you go sit there and just put your legs off the edge and enjoy the view of the creek and such down there. But I'm fine up here. Yeah. Still just running down the bluff. Been a nice little walk. Pretty much downhill. Trail's well defined. Other than face spider, it's wonderful. Get up to the edge of the bluff here. See, it's far enough way down. The trail has just basically been going down and now riding along the edge of the bluff. Nice trail. Just one little overlook after another. Nice little rocky glades along here. Big puffs of lichen, mosses, ferns. During wet times, I'll bet you there's lots of little gurgling water around here. And you can see the way the water is cut into this stone running down here after a big rain. Very nice. Still atop the bluff. There's all kinds of these little outcroppings. This one, easier to get to than some. Just little rocky kind of glades that come right out to the edge of the bluff.
or a drop.
And you go in
Pretty
the
much
water.
have had the trail to myself. Haven't seen anybody else. Been knocking down all the webs, so I know I'm pretty much first person out here this morning. But it is a neat place. Bell Smith Springs, highly recommend it.
Here's a pretty cool looking little spot. Still on the trail. See, here's where a creek comes rushing down during high water. And there's one of them face spiders. Little small 20-foot one. Oh, a sign. Shoot Gap. There we go. It's got a name. There's a rock barely hanging on. That goes down to the creek. Soon we should be crossing this creek soon. I guess that's one way now. There's been all kinds of this. I don't know whether it's a symbiotic relationship between the lichen and the moss that's underneath of it growing through it, or if they're competing. But it's everywhere. Still a nice trail, other than face spiders. That's to be expected in August, and actually for August, pretty nice day. Pretty nice day. And looky there. There's where the trail goes, coming down to the creek. That's a hairpin turn, goes right back up above a little bluff there. So I was just up there. Somebody made a nice little campfire in the rock shelter, which is, sorry folks, as cool as it is, it's dumb. Because if you heat up that rock ceiling enough, a nice little slab will fall off. Kind of like, see that big rock over there? He was up there at one time, but somebody probably made a fire, and they're still under that rock. Because in the middle of the night while they were sleeping, it fell on them. So don't build fires in the rock shelter. Build them out there a little ways. Just use this, and it is an awesome shelter. Hey, look at that. Cool iron kind of layers that make those ridges and swirl. Gotta love it. Get myself coming out of the rock shelter. Okay, that's the way out. That's the way I'm going. The creek is there. I think I go up the other side as soon as I get down there. Very cool. Here we are at the stream crossing. Just crossed right over there. Had to come up that little step right there. And then you can see the blue marks as you come up this way. You can see it's a bit of an abrupt climb for the next little bit. Already through the holes up here. Because they'll be of little use for a while. But hey, once we climb up out of here, I think it's just ridge running again. So, hope there's a view at the top, because I think we're about to pay a little bit of a butcher bill. Made it up the, that's a narrow ass little place right there, but made it up the scramble there. One more little scramble. You
see the diamond up there. We'll be back into the forest walking, I think. Good walk, and I guess I'm about halfway close to it on the blue trail here. One more scramble, and that's back into the woods. Came up from that way. Still climbing basically. The general tendency is up. Right in this little crack of a bluff. You can see. Turn here. Go up the slope. And continue on. Rising up the bluff. Creek is down there. Made up some ground amazingly quick. Altitude. But now I think it's time to take another well-deserved rest break. See, cool little moss, lichen, whatever. That climb, which was kind of ugly, very short but ugly, scrambling, had to throw the sticks up and ahead of me and everything. Ugly little climb. But all you need to do is give me a nice little rocky pathway like this. Cool vegetation. Neat little step up rock thing. I'll continue going up. And I'm happy. Miles per mile. Trying to climb. Just reward me at the end of it. I think I'll go for dehydrated tangerine. They are pretty not bad. Mighty tasty. The map had mentioned a waterfall. Can't remember what the name of it was. Horse Falls, something like that. I do know this would be a very cool place in higher water. You can bet it makes some gurgling sounds going down there. There's a post there. I'll bet you. This is that Horse Falls area. We'll see. Making my way back on the other side of the creek. There's another nice rock house. Very cool rock formations. Some plants that prefer shade. Making a little home in here. The natural bridge. Starting to run into a few people, hearing voices. Anyway, seen people on the other side of the creek. I kind of went off trail and followed the bluff. Came around through there and came down wrong. All the cracks and crevices and basically just followed the bluff.